Hello everyone, good day. Welcome to attend Hikvision CSE VMS training program. Today we will introduce visitor management with HikCentral Professional version 2.5. By the end of this course, you will be able to firstly master the configuration of access level for visitor, secondly, reserve for visitor before arrival, thirdly, visitor check-in and check-out. Finally, monitor the visit records on HikCentral Pro. This course is composed of these parts. Start from the basic configuration, including access levels for visitors and other important parameters. Reservation, check-in, and check-out are three main steps. The visit can be reserved by visitor themselves, or host, or by HikCentral Pro operator. Then visitor checks in and finally checks out. Watch list is designed to add important visitors who require extra consideration. And finally, we will talk about how to check visitors' access record. Here is a video showing us what HikCentral Pro can provide for visitor management.
John is going to visit his client Coco in her company today, who makes a reservation for him right after a call. The reservation takes effect immediately upon confirmation of the administrator. The visiting schedule and reservation code are sent to John via email. At the reserved time, he passes the parking entrance directly, with no need to get off and ask the security guard to open the barrier. At the reception, he checks in immediately with the reservation code and gets the access card, which helps him access the meeting room. Two hours later, after a fruitful meeting, John is about to leave. After the meeting, he checks out by putting the card in the recycling box and all permissions expire. Then he drives and leaves directly. By the end of the day, the administrator easily checks the total visitor number, check-in, check-out number, and their access records via dashboards. HikCentral Professional. Versatile security in one platform.
As this wizard shows, the visitor management follows these essential steps on HikCentral Pro. If you have Visit Terminal installed, it needs to be added on the platform. Then, configure access level for visitor, which defines which visitor can get access to which stores during authorized time periods. And visitor reservation before arrival can improve the efficiency of check-in, as the system can collect basic information, ID information, access information, and other information of reserved visitor. When visitors check in at the reception, receptionists can search reserved and check in for them quickly. Of course, for the unreserved visitors, they can enter information when check-in. And then, when the visit ends, visitor checks out. HikCentral Pro provides various methods for reservation, check-in, and check-out in order to meet the requirements of different scenarios. For the first-time configuration, following wizard is a great choice. If you have visitor terminal, add it in device management. Then, add and select access level for visitors. Configuration process to add access level is the same as what we introduced in access control course. Firstly, go to Access Control module and then Manage Access Level. Click Add and select Doors and Access Schedule template to define the time period. Then we need to go to Visitor module and select access level for visitors. Go to Basic Configuration and Access Level. Click Add. Here you only can see the access levels that are already added in advance. You can cite one of them as default access level. When registering visitors, this access level will be selected for the visitors automatically. This function is applicable for the commonly used access level. HikCentral Pro provides reservation function before visitor arrival to improve the check-in efficiency. There are 3 options for reservation. Firstly, visitors can reserve for themselves by scanning the QR code. Click Basic Configuration and Review and Self-Service Reservation. Enable this function and send this QR code to visitors. After scanning QR code, visitors input basic information, ID, visit time, and other information to reserve. Admin user can select whether to enable auto-approve for reservation. If it is enabled, visitor's reservation application will be approved automatically, and if it is disabled, visitor's reservation application needs to be reviewed following the approval flow we set. Click Save here. Click Yes and to configure the approval flow for visitor reservation. Click Add, Visitor Approval Flow. Select Department of Host, who should be added as person in this system. Then select Approval Role for the reviewers. More detailed introduction of review management is in the Time and Attendance course. Only when visitors input host information accurately at reservation, their application can be reviewed by persons as configured. Therefore, it is recommended to require visitor to input the host information. We go to Basic Configuration and Basic Parameter and cite Host as a required field. Then, on visitor reservation page, host name and email address and phone number are compulsory to be filled in. You see, visitors are required to input host information. Then the system will search for host in persons by the email address and phone number. As shown in this demo video, after this visitor submits the application, this reservation application needs to be reviewed by reviewers we set. This reviewer can check the visitor reservation information and approve the application. Then this visitor reserved successfully. The second method is reservation by host on employee's self-service. Log in on self-service. And click Apply. Apply for visitor reservation. Click Reserve. And input visitor information here. The approval process of this application also follows the flow we configured for the host. So only after the team manager Libby approves this application, then this visitor can reserve successfully. Libby reviewed the visitor reservation application and checked details and approve. You see this visitor Wendy. Her status is reserved. And this QR code generated can be used to open door after check-in. The third method is HikCentral Pro administrator or operator can reserve for visitors on a web client. Click Reserve and input visitors' information. The host information is required to be filled in. And as a web client management user, they can configure access level for this visitor during reservation. You see this default access level for visitors is automatically selected for the visitor. But if the user wants to configure and modify this access level for this visitor, they can change here. Click Reserve. Okay, now this application is also under review. But as administrator, I can approve this application. After a visitor successfully reserves, a reservation code is generated and sent to visitors via email. And this QR code can be used to open door after check-in.